Are you a criminal? No, not no more, Thelma.
They wanted to see there's 4 final candidates and who might I have chemistry with. And the last one was Brad Pitt. And I was so distracted by how charismatic he is. Just oozes charisma.
And you're the first female actor to say,
Suck my
Yes, but not the last.
She's under it.
I was able to go down into a split. What I couldn't do was get back up. Hi, I'm Geena Davis, and this is my E.T. retrospective.
Things have been so much better since you came to Southwest General.
Tootsie.
What kind of mother would I be if I didn't give my girls tips? It's tips.
Dustin Hoffman became an incredible mentor to me. It was quite an experience. But I do remember at one point, Sidney Pollack called me over while we were shooting this scene and said, "Why are you not nervous?" I was like, "Oh, I should be nervous." He said, "Yeah, you're in your underwear. That's Dustin Hoffman. You should be nervous." And I was like, "I don't know. I think because I always wanted to do this."
Hi, Alex.
Okay, this is Family Ties, and I think they hired me because they thought Michael Fox and I would be a funny sight gag together. Whoa, I forgot that I made out with Michael Fox. Awesome. Fly.
We're certainly fond of each other, and it helped. And we found also that we could work together well. I don't think in ordinary circumstances you get a chance to work with your co-star that intensively.
That's right, that's right. Oh, I love seeing Jeff and I together. Oh, that was sweet, the way he was looking at me. It was so sweet. We were always singing and dancing and amusing each other. We just really enjoyed each other's company.
My ear, no.
I hugged him, and we thought, oh, this is such a moving scene. It's so, you know, she overcomes her, whatever. And so Jeff and I went, the day the Fly opened, we went to a showing in Times Square. We figured the biggest thing ever. We go in and we're watching it, and that scene happens, and we're waiting for people to say, oh, how sweet. And the entire audience erupted and like, oh no, oh my God. We didn't think about the goop factor. I probably should have hugged him on the other ear that was still attached.
I say we open it.
Maybe we should knock first.
Beetlejuice.
I try to think about how people will react when they see it, and I think they'll just say, "What was that? Did you see that movie?" It's like, you have to see it, it's weird.
That's true, that's true. I read the script, and then I had a meeting with Tim Burton, and I told him, you know what, I have to be in this movie because I just get it. I get this movie, and then he cast me, and he told me later that he did so because I said I get this movie, and he felt like he didn't. And he said, I just wanted somebody on the set who felt confident that they knew what the movie was about. But it was such an incredible, fun experience. I have a funny memory from it, which was when I opened the door to the outer world, which is like yellow sand desert in our ghost vision. And I open the door and I go, and then Tim Burton says, "No, Geena, it's very tall." So I shut the door again and I go,
One minute you like me and the next you don't. One minute you're ashamed to be seen with me and the next you think I'm the best thing that ever happened to you.
And the Oscar goes to Geena Davis. Yeah.
The Accidental Tourist. It was very surreal. I was absolutely positive that I wasn't going to win, partly from watching the Oprah Winfrey show before, on the day, you know, I was all made up, and I was eating a plate of spaghetti with a big bib on, and she had 5 film critics on. I was the only one that every single person said, no chance whatsoever, absolutely not, no way, no way, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll try to have a good time anyway. And so I was stunned when they said my name.
Where's this Oscar today?
on the mantle. It actually, during the earthquake in LA, it fell off the mantle and got dented, so it leans forward like one of those skiers taking off in the jump. The way you do, the way you do, Thelma and Louise.
I really did think about this movie and what if I really don't like Susan? How can I make that work? The second I laid eyes on her, she walked in the room and I like fell in love with her. It was so funny. That has rarely happened to me before.
It's one of the most memorable moments in my life is the day I met Susan. It was Ridley and Susan and I were getting together, just us, and we were going to go through the script page by page. And if any of us had any thoughts or ideas or little changes maybe that we might want to make. And I swear we crack open the script, and on page 1, Susan says, my first line here, I think we should just cut it. And I was like, can people do that? Is it okay to say that? The entire experience was a lesson for me in how to operate in the world in a completely different way than I had. And everybody, by the way, everybody loved her. It wasn't like, oh, we like Geena better because she's a complete wimp. There was nothing confrontational about her. She just simply said what she thought. But for me, it was revolutionary. We are very close. She has always been and always will be my ride or die.
Wait, are you a criminal?
No, not no more, Thelma.
I read that you did scenes with George Clooney and Mark Ruffalo, but was it really your choice to go with Brad Pitt?
I don't want to take any credit whatsoever. Brad earned the part, obviously, I mean, come on. But yeah, so there were 3 other guys that I read with. They wanted to see there's 4 final candidates and who might I have chemistry with or whatever. So one by one they came in, they were all really handsome, really talented. And then the last one was Brad Pitt. And I was so distracted by how charismatic he is, just oozes charisma, that I would say my line and he'd say his line and I'd go, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? So dazzled, and then he got the part. I apologized partway through. I was like, sorry, I'm really screwing up for your audition. He was like, that's all good.
Pops it up. Foul. Henson should have no trouble with this.
A League of Their Own.
She's under it.
When I read that I had to do the splits, I told Penny, well, put it toward the end of shooting so I have time to work up to it. And then I completely forgot about it. And uh-oh, it's tomorrow. I was like, oh no. And it took a while on the day that we shot it to like really stretch out and try to, but I was able to go down into a split. What I couldn't do was get back up.
Don't answer that. He'll be in trouble.
Those who know they can play raise their hands.
They're all stars in my eye. I think if we all stay healthy, we'll have a real good season.
He's just the greatest guy ever. He just is everything you hoped he would be like in real life. Just so fun and kind and wonderful. In fact, I had become used to people saying, you know, you're the nicest person on set. And I like, oh, good. Built my self-esteem on that. And then he comes along and I'm like, you know what? Stop it. Stop being the nicest person on the set. I'm not getting any credit.
And then you had one of the biggest pop stars on the planet on that set, Madonna.
We didn't know what to expect, obviously. She was so normal, down to earth, no entourage, no I'm a star or I need a separate whatever. She was just with us completely. And that was very impressive. She worked really hard, always practicing her baseball. So it was fun.
Take a deep breath. We're gonna do the torture thing.
The long kiss goodnight. Oh, this was a tough scene, but I like it a lot. I like this scene.
What the hell are you doing?
Saving your life.
You think I can't take him?
Did you guys come to the set for this one too? Oh, all right.
I really amped it up, and I've been training really hard.
There he is. My buddy. Oh, I love him.
Do you
We had
remember?
the best time. the best time. We were crazy about each other, yeah. In fact, he says that was his favorite role ever, and I say, you know, I can't choose between Thelma and Louise and Long Kiss. They're my two favorite movies, and we always talk about wanting to do a sequel. You know, it's not too late.
And you're the first female actor to say, "Suck my dick."
Yes, but not the last. You would think I started and ended the trend, but no, Demi Moore said it in G.I. Jane, maybe?
Suck my dick.
Yeah, so, yeah, but I was the first, proudly.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
A lot of people don't know that I am the person who said, be afraid, be very afraid, and that it was from The Fly. You see that expression everywhere, yes, I am the one who got to say it first.
I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Commander-in-Chief.
It's the role of a lifetime. I really could not pass it up.
It's true. I got a call that they were going to offer me the role of the first president of female president of the United States. And I was like, do I have to read it first, or can we just say yes? I want to play the president. And then I read it, and it was brilliant. And so I'm really proud of it. I'm only bitterly forever disappointed that my administration was not longer, because we really should have had more seasons. It was the #1 new show. I don't think I'll get over that.
Geena earned a second Oscar in 2019, not for her acting, but her activism. The Geena Davis Institute for Gender and Media has been advocating for equal representation in media since 2004.
However abysmal the numbers are in real life, it's far worse in fiction, where you make it up. My second Oscar win, the reason I started the Institute was I was concerned that we were teaching kids from minute one to have unconscious gender bias by showing that boys are much more important because there's many more of them. They do most of the interesting things. Our latest research shows that we have achieved gender parity in children's television and family-rated films so far. So we're incredibly thrilled about that. When we started out 20 years ago, only 11% of films had a female lead character, and now it's 50-50. So we're thrilled about that. There's a long way to go in other underrepresented categories like LGBTQ, people with disabilities, different body types, over 50. We're doing pretty well with people of color, characters of color. So we're happy about that, but there's still a lot of work to do.
The 68-year-old also founded the Bentonville Film Festival in 2015 that focuses on diversity and inclusion.
It's really grown, and we're thrilled about it. When we started the festival, we chose a town that had no movie theaters, but we managed to figure it out. So we are now one of the fastest growing festivals in the US, which we're thrilled about, and we get such profound support from the community. I'm kind of all squiggly. I'm kind of emotional. It was fun. It was really fun to see those things, and also really interesting to see myself in the E.T. interviews, because I know what I was like in the movies, but that's real me, you know, and I don't really get to see real me very often. So that was very, very interesting. I loved it. Thank you.